Hi, and welcome to Blue Spoon Cooking School. I'm Chef Tracy Lamoth, and I'm cooking up recipes from my upcoming cookbook called Cooking Italian in the South. Today we're going to do a recipe that was inspired by my Aunt Pooh, and it's grits and eggs and bacon. She ate it every morning for breakfast and lived to a nice ripe old age with no heart problems. So we're gonna cook this up and enjoy it. One of the things that we're gonna do that's a little bit different is that I'm using Italian polenta. And Italian polenta is nothing more than southern grits made with yellow corn in Italy. So it's very tasty. I think it has a little bit nuttier flavor, but it comes from the same part of the corn kernel. It's exactly the same method of cooking, and it's really fun. And the other thing we're gonna do a little bit different is to cook with, this is with half and half, which adds a ton of flavor and makes the grits really super creamy. So I'm going to get started with this so we can have our breakfast soon. I'm going to pour the milk into a pan and turn this guy on. The thing with milk that you do have to be careful with is you don't want it to ever really boil. So we're going to wait until it's nice and like steamy but not boiling. Then we're going to put our polenta in here and stir it up and enjoy it. Okay, while we're waiting for the milk to warm up, we're gonna let me talk about the rest of the ingredients. So we have cheese, good cheddar cheese, shredded. We have our polenta. I have salt and pepper already mixed together. These are eggs. We're using local eggs from Massey Creek Farms. And when you buy local eggs from free-range chickens, it's very safe to eat the eggs, you know, a little bit runny in the middle. Yolks do not have to be solid and hard, and they're just a better egg to eat. And then we have pre-cooked bacon, and I'm going to tell you a little secret. Bacon cooked in the oven is the fastest, easiest, cleanest way to cook bacon. So I just lay the strips down on a pan, and I pop it in the oven at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes until you know it's the right crispiness for what you want, and then pull them out, and they're ready to go. We're going to cook the eggs in butter. And then once we're finished and we're starting to put it all together into our breakfast bowl, I have some salsa and I have some hot sauce. And I just think that cheese and grits and salsa just are very, very tasty. I really love eating them. So let's check our milk. Oh yeah. Okay, so the milk you can see on the edges is like just starting to bubble up a little bit, and you see a little bit of steam coming up. That's exactly where you want it. You don't want it more than this because it will start to foam, and then you've scalded your milk and it changes the taste. So I'm going to pour that in. We're going to stir it up. And then I'm going to turn the heat way down because we want the polenta to have time to absorb that half and half very slowly. I'm going to go ahead and drop a little bit of salt and pepper in there. We're going to save the rest for the eggs. All right. I'm going to keep on stirring. There's two things in Italian cooking that take patience and time. One is stirring polenta, and the other is stirring risotto. So you need to stir them so that they don't kind of clump up and get icky. And also it adds to the creaminess of the dish. Okay, so now it's getting fairly thick, and you can see it's sort of sticking to the spoon a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off right here and cover it up. It's not quite finished cooking, but now we're going to cook the egg. So it's got some time to kind of hang out and finish up all on its own without having to actually be cooked. So now we're going to cook the eggs. And I'm going to start with a generous amount of butter. Maybe about a teaspoon of butter in the pan. I'm going to turn that guy on. We're going to let the pan get hot before we put the eggs in, because if you put the eggs in while the pan is still cold, they're going to cook a little slower, and then the centers are going to get hard a lot faster. So we don't want that to happen. It's always good to add ingredients to a hot pan too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open 2 eggs. There. Whoa, and then I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt and pepper on them. Not too much. You don't need a lot. Slow this down. Wipe up my egg mess. We're just going to let these get to a point where they are set. So when all the whites have turned from clear to white, but the yolk is still going to be a little bit soft in the center. And then we're going to flip them, because I personally like eggs over easy. So I'm going to cook them. You could cook these any way you want. If you like them well done, you can flip them and cook them through. You can do this with scrambled eggs. I prefer this just because I like the egg over easy part. Or if you're very brave and you enjoy eggs over light, or not even over, just sunny side up, you can throw them right on top of here. Spitty. All right, you can see the whites are just about there. The yolks haven't really cooked at all. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to cut them in half because it's a lot easier to do that with 1 egg rather than 2. And I'm going to very gently flip it over. Very gently. There we go. You don't want to break the yolk. Okay, so now it's pretty much, you don't want to cook the egg too much and it cooks really quick. So I'm going to turn the heat off and I'm going to get our polenta. You can see that is all nice and fluffy, not too thick, not too runny, very creamy. Before I do this, I'm going to throw just a little bit of cheese in here. We want to use most of it for decoration. I'm going to stir that up. Cheese and grits, I think, were made for each other. Okay, so I'm going to fill up a bowl right here. Then I'm going to take our bacon, which is about room temperature. I'll lay that across there. Then I'm going to take these nice hot eggs, which are going to heat that bacon up really good, right on the top. I'm going to decorate it with a little more cheese, because cheese is so yummy. And then I'm going to take a little bit of salsa, and I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top of there. All right, and then if you really want to spice it up, I have a little bit of hot sauce here, so I'm going to pour that right in the middle. All right, and here we have our polenta, eggs, and bacon little breakfast bowl with some salsa. Thanks for watching, and come grab an apron.